On the first morning, on the morning of Sunday, when I weighed in, I had lost 1.6 kgs. Just one day of dry fasting, 1.6 kgs, which is more. Will be the number will be more in pounds. You can lose weight in a short time. It just really depends on your goals and what you're trying to achieve. Um, if you're like me, I like to see results quickly. Uh, if you're like me, I am one of those people who are discouraged sometimes if I'm not seeing results quickly. So I want to see results as quickly as possible. Not that I'm impatient, but I like to see results when I'm doing something. I like to see a sort of change, and that sort of keeps me going. So if you're like me, I like to see results quickly. And so whenever I embark on a fasting journey, for weight loss, I always have my scale with me, and I have to use that scale. I have tried the discipline of not looking at the scale, and most of the times it just doesn't really work for me. I can skip 2 days, yes, but then I still just want to see, is what I'm doing working? Because most of the times I'm putting in a lot of effort, and I'm obviously fasting. I'm denying myself food, and I just want to know, is what I'm doing working? Because it's an experiment, and in an experiment you reason from cause to effect. So you want to see, is there an effect? Now it's true sometimes that the body sometimes will not respond quickly. That's very true. There are all sorts of uh, factors that come into play. That's true. Yes, don't be discouraged if your weight is not going down. That's also very true. But I just love to see results. It's just who I am. It's just I just want to see results. I like to reason from cause to effect. So I told you in my first video that I have done multiple fastings. I've done a 13-day water fast. I've done OMAD. I've done a Toba fast. For those of you who do not know Toba, Toba is an African drink. It's a food. For me, Toba is more of a drink food. I don't know if that's correct. I don't know. Is that even correct? Yeah, but it's a drink, but it's packed with so much energy because it's made from maize flour, etc., etc. Yeah, I've done a Toba fast before for like 2 weeks, just drinking Toba alone. I've done so many fasts, and in all these fasts that I do, I see results quickly. I lose weight quickly. So weight can be lost quickly. Um, you can do it quickly. It just depends on your choice. It just depends on what you want to achieve. The problem comes in for most people. The problem comes in maintaining the weight. So all you have to do, it's not that you cannot lose weight quickly, but you must have a plan. I don't know whether you can see this. You must have a plan to say that what am I going to do? What am I trying to achieve? What am I going to do after I've lost the weight? You will see the weight go down. Right now, I told you in my first video that I am doing a month of abstemious eating, the whole of April. I might even go into the month of May. I'm not eating the way I eat normally. Now, as I explained in the first video, when I say I'm not eating normally, it doesn't mean that I'm not eating food. I am eating food. You see me picking food, but for me, it's not the way I'm not just eating like normal eating, picking up meals at the times I pick up meals, the normal amounts of the meals. No. I This whole month I am on a fasting program, so to speak. So you must have a plan, and you must stick to your plan. You must have a goal. I want to lose weight, or whatever goal it is. When I was starting this journey, I started it on April. Okay, it's right here on my. It's right. I started it on April 2. When I started this journey, it's because I had gone on the scale and I'd seen that I do not like the numbers I was seeing. So I wanted to lose some weight. So I said, you know what? I think it's high time I fasted. I think it's high time I fasted because I know that when I fast, I reduce the weight. And so, yeah, you can lose weight quickly. And as I've said, if you're like me, I want to see results quickly. But this time around, I think I approached it much better than I did approach, or the way I approach most of my fasts, like in the past. Last year, I did a 5-day water fast. And by the way, let me clarify. I think in part of the video, you will hear me say that I did a 13-day water fast. I want to clarify that that was a 13-day honey water fast. So I started it out as a water fast, but I was so weak. I was feeling so weak. I decided to add honey to the fast. I know many people will say, "Oh, you added glucose. Oh, you added sugar." I'm telling you that I did it for 13 days. I lost a lot of weight. I wasn't recording that time, so unfortunately I can't remember how much weight I lost, but it was a drastic drop, like drastic shrinking. I lost weight, so it still works, even though there's some form of sugar in the honey, but it still worked for me that time, and perhaps it can even work for you. It made the fasting very much not too easy, but it made it easier because there was some glucose coming into the body, so at least the brain could have some glucose, some food. Yeah. So when I say 13-day water fast, it was a honey water fast. Oh, sometimes I even forget what I was saying. So I started this fast. I've started on April 2, and I think, okay, I was saying that I think this time around, I think I have more wisdom than I did last year, because last year I did a 5-day water fast. After that fast, I quickly gained the weight back. But it's because my people die for lack of knowledge. I did not know some of the things that I know now. So right now, at least I have now experience, and so now I know, I'm confident that if I can just adjust my weight quickly, I have a plan for what I'll do after that weight has gone down. So that's what I'm trying to say. You must, as long as you have a plan, you can lose weight quickly, contrary to belief. Okay, yes, we are advised that we should lose weight over a long period of time, like maybe 8 months, 10 months, 12 months. That's cool, that's fine. And that is also good. It also has its advantages, because you're most likely to keep that weight on, because now over 8 months, that's a very long time. It means whatever you're doing, you have established a habit. And that's cool. You can take that direction if you want. But if you're like me, you want to see results quickly, and you want to jumpstart your weight loss. If you're like me, then I recommend that you do fasting, that you incorporate fasting into your life. And so this journey that I started, I keep showing this paper, and I promised in one of the videos that I'm going to show you this graphic. It's just the month of April, as you can see. It's the month of April, and I was recording everything I've been eating, how much weight I've lost. On day 2, I recorded how much weight I was, and I'm recording how much I'm losing. But don't worry, in a separate video, I am going to show you this. I'm going to share with you about this paper. So I was saying that if you're like me, you can lose weight in a short time, and that's the oh, you okay. I was saying you have to if you're like me, you want to jump start your weight loss. That's what I prefer. I prefer to jump start, and then I can go into that 6 month or seventh month program to kind of maintain that weight and try to keep it down and fight off the fat gain, etc. That's the path I prefer to take. So I prefer that when I embark on the journey, when I start, for me, what really keeps me going, what keeps my blood pumping is when I go on the scale and I see that something is happening quickly. So I was saying, I recommend, if you're like me, I strongly and I highly recommend that you start to fast. You start to fast. And in the first video, I was telling you that in this month of abstemious eating, abstemious just means I'm eating in a self-denying way. I'm reduced calories, saying no to this, saying no to that. If I was telling you that in this month of abstemious eating, in somewhere around, okay, maybe because you don't see the paper, I won't show you. I'll just be looking at it and telling you. Somewhere around the, which day is that? Let me see. What day was it? Yeah, on 11th of April, or somewhere around the 10th or 11th of April, I was convicted in my heart that what you need to do is you need to incorporate a dry fast into this fast, because my weight was going down, but very, very sluggishly, very, very slowly. So something convicted me. I would say the Spirit of God convicted me to just do a dry fast. Try a dry fast for the first time in your life. I've never done a dry fast before. So that's what I did. And so from Saturday through to Monday, I fasted. I dry fasted for 3 days. No food and no water. Now I need to say this because I love to be honest. I need to say that on Sunday, the very first day, because I'd never done a dry fast, and I am a person who loves drinking water. I drink water every morning. When I'm doing my morning devotion, I love to drink water. So because of that force of habit, when I was doing my morning devotion, the urge for water came. This is in the morning, or it was around maybe 8 or 9. I must say that during that time I took water, but it was not the normal amount of water that I drink on when I'm in the morning. It was just half, almost close, maybe just slightly above half a cup. And because I also have stomach issues, I also have an aloe vera drink. I love to drink aloe vera. Sometimes I just cut the plant and put it in water and drink it. Because of my stomach problems, I also drank some aloe vera. That was on day 1, and that was in the morning hours. I really want you to see that, because some of you are going to say, no, that wasn't a complete dry fast. You drank water. I'm telling you that I drank that water on the first day. I drank it in the morning. So at a certain time, that water that water and liquid that I had drank was gone. The body had now entered into dry mode at a certain time. So I started this on Saturday, and I did it for 3 days, and boy, I actually recorded it right here. Let me just share with you. It's quick. Dry fasting makes you lose weight quickly. It's quick. Say for example, I started on Saturday. On Sunday, I recorded a 1.6 kg loss. I'm sorry I use kgs. I know you guys here, you use pounds. But I'm used to kgs. You can convert. On the first morning, on the morning of Sunday, when I weighed in, I had lost 1.6 kgs. Just 1 day of dry fasting. 1.6 kgs, which is more, the number will be more in pounds. When I went on the scale on Monday, I lost 2.3 kgs. That one was the most drastic. I wasn't exercising. I wasn't exercising. This time around, the Spirit of God, he told me to strictly do not exercise. Because if you're going to do a dry fast, no exercise. I finally saw clearly, and I'm sorry to some of my viewers, but bear with me. I'm a Bible believer, I'm a Christian, so I will be making references to my faith. But don't worry, the principles are the same. The principles are the same, don't worry. So I'll be making references to my faith. I hope you don't mind. I finally understood is that Kariah 4 verse 6, which says, "It is not by might, not by power, but it is by my spirit." I finally understood it. Well, I'm not saying I don't understand the verse. I'm just saying I just find I understood it even more. I said, you know what? That principle is so true. It's even true when it comes to fasting. Because I do exercises every morning. I love to do some stretches, a little bit of jogging. Sometimes even on certain days when I was back in Malawi, I was going. I can go for long distances jogging. And you see, you see that sometimes you're not even losing any weight whatsoever. And God says, it's in the still small voice. Sometimes it's in the soft things. Those are more powerful. The ones that don't use a lot of no. In the still small voice, not by might, not by power, but by my spirit. That's when I saw that indeed dry fasting is powerful. I lost 2.3 kgs on the second day. That's what I was saying. Sorry, I love to diverge most of the times. On the third day, I went back on the scale. In the morning of in the morning of the third day, I had lost 2 kgs. So 1.6 on the first day, 2.3 on the second day, and 2 kgs on the third day. You can convert to pounds if you are someone who uses pounds. I was converting to pounds and it was coming up to the complete total weight from April 3, which is the first day I recorded my weight, up until this third day of the dry fast, was coming up to 15 pounds. I had lost 15 pounds, which is close to 7 kgs. That's what I love to see. That's what keeps me going. Now that I'm no longer at the where I was, I'm now here. I'm motivated to keep that and to even go even more down. That's just how I am. So if you're like me, I love to see results quickly. That's how and you can lose weight quickly. So it just depends on what you choose, on what you want to do. I'm not condemning long weight loss programs. I'm not condemning that. For some people, that's exactly what you need to do, because it also depends on your experience. How much have you fasted before? I don't recommend just going into a dry fast. By the way, that's a warning, that's a disclaimer. Do not just enter into a dry fast. In fact, I want you to subscribe to this channel. I want you to follow this channel because I'm going to be sharing my experience. I'm going to be showing you what I do to enter into a fast, how I enter into a fast. You're going to learn a lot of things on this channel. Please click subscribe and like the video so that the algorithm can send the video far and wide. You're going to learn a lot on this channel. I promise you that. I'm going to show you tips how to fast. Fasting is a skill. Fasting is a skill. You can master it. I have skills in fasting, which I've learned over the years. Things that I've taught myself, things that work for me. Say, for example, have you fasted and you feel a burning sensation? I have broken one of my fasts before because of that burning. It was a terrible sensation. It came during the night. I tried to drink charcoal, nothing was working. I broke that fast and I was like, God, what happened? What was that? Have I lost my ability to fast? I was so worried. And then I did another fast. On that other fast, God told me, Chax, come here. Let me show you how to deal with that problem that you had in the first time. And the secret was aloe vera. I just drank aloe vera and whew, poof, it was gone. The burning sensation was gone. Now I know what to drink on a fast in order to remove a painful burning sensation that makes you to stop the fast. It usually stops you right in your tracks. You can't continue because your stomach is burning, is paining so much, and usually you just drop the fast. You put in some food. God said, don't worry about that. Just take some aloe vera. And it works. So I'm telling you, subscribe to this channel so that you can learn some of the skills from the experience, from the things that I've done. So yeah, fasting, you can lose weight quickly. Contrary to popular belief, you can lose weight quickly. You can lose weight drastically. And that's what I prefer. I love to see results quickly. Then after I've lost the weight, I have a plan that this is what I want to do to maintain, to never go back to where I came from. But even if I do go back, I'm not too worried, because I know I've also learned something during this fast. I've learned that there is a time for everything. There is a time to gain and there is a time to lose. The problem with us human beings is we have lost balance. We have lost touch with nature. Let me leave my paper down so I can explain. So, by the way, I'm a preacher, so forgive me, sometimes I preach. What I've learned is we have lost touch with nature. We in nature, you have to receive, which is important, but when you receive, you have to give. That's the rhythm of nature. You have to receive and you have to give. If we were in balance with this rhythm, we would not be overweight. Because what it means is when you gain and you see yourself gaining and you've put on a lot of fat, what nature is telling you is it's due. Now it's time to give it all off. And you do that by fasting. And that's why I want you to subscribe to this channel. I want you to stay tuned to this channel because there's more videos that are coming. There's more things I want to share with you, more things I want to teach you, more tips I want to do. Yeah, so many things. I want to show you the journey from experience. This is not theory. There's no theory here. I'm going to be showing you what I have done, what I have experienced, what I feel that I believe will add more value to you. So please subscribe to this channel, and you must look forward to the video where I'm going to share this the whole month of April, and I'm going to show you how the weight has the trajectory. How has it gone? It hasn't just gone like that. No, that's not how weight goes most of the times. It went like that, and then yeah, that's just how it goes. It's normal. No need to panic when you see your weight going up again. No need to panic. You can do it. You can do it. So hit the subscribe button, like this video. I'll see you in the next video. And I also want you to comment, would you try a dry fast? Would you do it? Thank you for watching. God bless all of your enterprises.